Love Island USA episode 14 has wrapped. Let's have a recap. The producers are killing it. I'm going to try my best to get this into 3 minutes, but this episode was really good today. I'm going to save Huda and Jeremiah to them because we have a lot to talk about with them as we usually do. Austin and Amaya are getting to know each other, which is new. Hannah and Pepe are getting to know each other. They kiss on the dock as well. Alandria is basically like all eyes for Taylor at this point. I feel like we knew this was going to happen to Jalen. Poor Jalen. I feel like she can do better, but I'm going to keep my eyes on Taylor and hopefully it goes well. Shelly's still getting to know Austin and Ace, but I feel like she wants Ace and she knows this, but she's kind of just waiting to see, like, is Ace going to be serious about it or not? And there's just all those types of dramas. People are just drained at the Huda and Jeremiah situation is really, like, the main thing of this episode, I feel like, to some level. It's tiring for us to watch it to some level. It's like, it's good TV, but I can imagine what it's like being in there 24/7 with this all going on. So those two are picking up and they're talking in the speakeasy and arguing a little bit about, you know, Huda being upset that Jeremiah didn't check on her, and Jeremiah being upset that Huda was calling him names, Huda being upset that Jeremiah slept in bed with Iris, all this back and forth. They speak the next day and have an argument because Jeremiah says, I think we should step back. We skip some of those friendship steps and, you know, it's not really healthy. This couldn't be healthier if we do it this way. Huda doesn't like that because it's obviously it's hurtful to have all this and to go and to take a step backward, and also upset that he still stayed in bed with Iris the night before, even after their discussion. All this, the Islanders were sitting there talking about how draining the whole situation is and how toxic it is, whatever. Huda leaves the conversation and goes right to them and starts talking about, like, the Jeremiah situation. You can see their face just, like, so over it, and several of them, like, get up as she kind of is speaking, or at some level they get up and go sit somewhere else, which is kind of like, you know, chuckle. Ariana comes in the evening, the host, and says there's going to be recoupling. So we knew that someone, or like we found out someone would be getting dumped, but we were like, how's this going to happen? Because it's seven boys, 7 girls. Like, what's going to happen? So the twist is the girls all have doors, and they have to allow a boy to open the door to couple up with them, and the boys have to stand by the door. And if the door opens and they're a couple, if it doesn't open, they're not a match, and they are left vulnerable. So everyone basically got with who you'd think they'd get with. Ace and Shelly are finally together. Austin goes with Amaya, and Jalen is rejected by Alandria, and she goes with Taylor. At the very end, Jeremiah has to pick between either Iris or Huda, and he picks Iris, which was like kind of shocking. People were there like, oh my gosh, like he actually did it. Huda comes out, and Ariana asks him, like, did you have your door open for Jeremiah? She said, yeah, I did. And, you know, I did that because he told me that Iris wasn't his type. He said this yesterday, wasn't his type. He wasn't really like going to go there, wasn't interested. Who knows? So Huda and Jalen are less vulnerable, and the Islanders have to vote who to save and then like stand behind them. Jalen is dumped. Only 4 people voted to save him: Nick, Austin, Jeremiah, and Pepe. So think about everyone who actually saved Huda, which was interesting. But Huda's on a ticking time bomb. She has to get herself together. In the preview for Thursday, Sierra's like, she needs to wake up different and act differently, or I can't save her thrice. Good episode today. We'll see what happens.